Blood moon over Salem. In the year 1692, nestled in the heart of Salem, Massachusetts, a small but thriving community faced the darkest period of its history, the Salem Witch Trials. Amongst the villagers, Henry, a solitary sheep farmer, eked out a humble existence. Little did he know that his tranquil life would soon unravel into a nightmare of unimaginable proportions. Henry's troubles began when his sheep started to die under mysterious circumstances. Each morning he would find lifeless bodies with their eyes gouged out and their ankles stained with blood. Suspicion gnawed at his mind, and he couldn't help but point the finger at his neighbor, Elizabeth. Her peculiar behavior and aloofness had always made her an enigmatic figure in the village. "Elizabeth is a witch," Henry whispered to himself. He believed that her dark sorcery was responsible for the grisly deaths on his farm. He decided to confront her, but his efforts to expose her witchcraft fell on deaf ears. The villagers scoffed at his claims, dismissing them as the ramblings of a superstitious farmer. Undeterred, Henry continued to investigate the macabre occurrences on his farm. One moonless night, he spotted a shadowy figure lurking near his flock. He cautiously approached, heart pounding, and gasped as he saw Elizabeth hunched over a lifeless sheep. Her eyes glowed with an eerie crimson hue as she drained the creature's life force. The sight was beyond unsettling. Henry realized that Elizabeth was no ordinary witch. She was something far more malevolent. He retreated silently, fearing for his own life. The next morning, he rallied the villagers, desperate to make them see the truth. Henry's efforts culminated in a grim confrontation in the village square. There, under the moon's sickly glow, Elizabeth revealed her true form. Her body contorted and shifted, her skin splitting apart to reveal a nightmarish creature beneath. It was a skinwalker, a monstrous entity that fed on the blood of the innocent. Panic gripped Salem as the skinwalker, in its grotesque form, unleashed terror upon the townsfolk. Buildings crumbled, livestock were slaughtered, and darkness enveloped the once thriving community. The blood-red moon hung ominously in the sky, casting an eerie pallor over the chaos below. Henry's warnings had come too late, and the townspeople now paid the price for their skepticism. Only he knew the truth, and he was determined to put an end to the horror that had befallen Salem. Armed with knowledge passed down through generations, he embarked on a perilous quest to rid his village of the malevolent skinwalker. But the question remained: could Henry, the reluctant hero, muster the courage to confront the ancient evil that had plagued Salem for centuries? The fate of the village hung in the balance as he ventured into the heart of darkness, facing not only the malevolent skinwalker, but also the doubts of those who had once dismissed him. As Henry delved deeper into the secrets of Salem's dark history, he uncovered a chilling truth. The skinwalker, Elizabeth, was not the only malevolent entity lurking in the shadows. It was part of a coven of blood-sucking creatures that had preyed upon the village for generations. Their existence was a cursed pact with an unspeakable evil, one that promised them immortality in exchange for a never-ending thirst for blood. With newfound allies among the villagers who finally believed his story, Henry sought to break the curse and banish the skinwalkers forever. They embarked on a treacherous journey to unearth ancient texts and relics, the only hope of defeating the supernatural menace. As the blood-red moon continued to cast its ominous glow over Salem, the stage was set for a harrowing showdown between good and evil. The only certainty in this nightmarish tale was that, in Salem, the true horror lay not in the witch trials, but in the supernatural forces that lurked in the shadows, waiting to claim their next victim.